Welcome to Storytime and Art. Today's book is called Pete the Cat, Pete's Big Lunch by James Dean. Here comes Pete. It is lunchtime. Pete is ready to eat. What should Pete eat? A sandwich would be nice. Yes, Pete wants a sandwich. Pete opens the fridge. He takes out a loaf of bread. He finds a yummy fish. He adds tomato and mayo. Pete looks at his lunch. His sandwich is too small. Something is missing. Pete knows what it needs. His sandwich needs an apple. Pete loves apples. His sandwich needs crackers. Crackers are crunchy. Pete loves crunchy crackers. Pete looks at his sandwich again. It is still too small. Pete is very hungry. Pete adds a pickle. Pete adds cheese. Pete adds an egg, 2 hot dogs, a banana, and a can of beans. Something is missing. Pete adds ice cream. He takes 3 huge scoops. Pete's sandwich is too big for Pete to eat. Pete wonders what to do. Pete thinks and thinks. I've got it, Pete says. Pete calls all his friends. He asks them to come over. Everyone goes to Pete's house. They are all very hungry. Pete shows them his big lunch. Are you hungry? Asks Pete. Pete's sandwich is big enough for everyone. Dig in, says Pete. Pete's sandwich is good. Pete's sandwich is very good. Pete's sandwich is all gone. Pete's friends are full. They liked Pete's big lunch. Thanks for lunch, Pete's friends say. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome, Pete says. Sharing is cool. The end. Today for art, we're going to make a sandwich. This is a cereal box, and maybe you'll have a cereal box or some kind of thin cardboard. I'm going to cut 2 pieces of bread from this cereal box. If the cardboard is too hard for you to cut, you might want to get a grown-up to help you with this part. We're basically cutting out 2 rectangles. So I'm just first cutting the side of the cereal box off. Okay, now I'm going to cut it into those 2 pieces of bread. So I'm just going to make it this way, and this way. I'm going to round the corners just by cutting off the corners right here. Just by cutting off that part, it rounds it and it makes it look a little bit more like a piece of bread. I'm just doing the top. Okay, so there's 1 piece of bread. Now I'm going to cut the other piece just like it. So I'm actually going to put it on top so I can see how to cut it. I can use that like a template. You could trace around it if that's easier and then cut. All right, so now I have my 2 pieces of bread. The next thing I'm going to do is add some topping. So I have some colorful pieces of paper here. I think I'm going to start with ham. So I'll just cut a little piece of ham like this. All right, there's my ham. And then I think next I'll add, how about some cheese? So I'll cut orange piece of cheddar cheese to put on there. All right, and then next I think I'm going to add some lettuce. Just kind of zigzagging around, you can see just kind of making it a little bit wavy. So there's the lettuce, and then I'm going to add a tomato. So I'll just make a circle for the tomato. There's the tomato. And I think I'll add some pickles. So I'll make really tiny circles for the pickles. One pickle. Two pickles. You could add other sandwich toppings if you wanted to. And there you have it. I'll put the other slice of bread on. And that's our art project for today. Now, you have a decision to make. You can glue all these things, or you can just leave them unglued, and then you can make a sandwich over and over and have fun playing. Well, I hope you enjoyed Storytime and Art. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.